southern people, like a small town, nothing's real. Mama's still doing wrong, don't tell the preacher. Nothing really changes except the weather. If you can't say something nice, you don't say nothing at all. Don't want you up in my life, 'cause you talk too much. I could leave it all, I'm feeling low. Find myself on a brand new road. If you can't say something nice, you don't say nothing at all. Don't want you up in my life, 'cause you talk too much, y'all. Gotta go to church on Sunday, get a dose of the Southern truth. Grandma's house is just down the way, and she's missing you.
Oh, yeah. It is Saturday, a beautiful Saturday. Cornbread Man here with Southern Talk. We're also gone out live on Podbean today. Thank you to our Podbean partners, and we appreciate you very much. Nice thing about MP3 is you don't have to look at the screen. So I'll focus on this screen. I hope that everybody is having a great weekend already. And we've been on the go this morning. We have not been slacking at all. I did sleep just slightly later, not because being lazy, just been going pretty hard, and uh, conditions didn't require me to be up any earlier. So, although I could have found things to do, and I've not even had a cup of coffee today, believe it or not. I just jumped and went, and I've been talking to people and busy with podcasts, but had a great day so far. It's a beautiful day here in North Georgia, beautiful day, and we appreciate everybody that stops by. And I hope we normally, and I want to explain, we normally do a show with Paul, or we just started it, called Southern Fried Saturday AM, and that will return next week. Paul was out of town. I could have still done that, but I really needed to go to a festival and work the festival some and talk to those folks, and we did, and then get over to election headquarters and talk to them for my county, and I accomplished that as well. So got a lot done. Then we're headed into the show, and then go to work. So it's been a very busy day, but a good busy. You know, there's bad busy and there's good busy, and this is good. This is the good kind of busy. I like it. So appreciate everybody stopping in and supporting the shows and doing those things. We appreciate you very much. I'm trying to pull up another Rumble channel here, which really helps us, and we appreciate that. And my wife is asking me something, and So I'm answering her. But welcome to Southern Talk. And today I want to kind of go through some stuff that's going on with the podcast, and and then we'll talk about whatever. I'll probably be on for about an hour or so. And we normally on Southern Talk we normally talk about uh, news and states, and we may do that. Absolutely, may do that. But want to kind of give you just a couple of things that, like for Paul, he's on vacation, and he's on vacation down in I think that's Gulf Shores, and they're having a ball. He sent me a picture of them out on the water and stuff, and that's great. It's a great time of year to take a vacation. So that's why we were not on the sidewalk, although I would do that by myself. We were running off of his Wi-Fi, and so it just made it easier. Uh, it made it easier today to do that for me. And I did need to cover the. We were planning on setting up. Things just didn't happen. We were planning on setting up at the Greenhouse Festival, but I went over and talked to most of the vendors. There were some that were still setting up. Got a lot of information, exchanged a lot of information. Definitely have some future guests that will be coming on, be talking about their products and their story. We're going to be visiting the Lions Club in the region on Tuesday night, touch base with them, and hopefully we'll get them on at some point in the near future. And I'm actually going to attend their meeting Tuesday night, I believe, talk to the president over there. Appreciate them being out in the community and the good work that they do with the glasses and all. Just great folks, and I appreciate that. Good morning, Killer Carl. How you doing, brother? I hope you are fantastic. So I was walking through for folks that don't know what the Greenhouse Festival is, it's a festival where, we have the legend of Greenhouse here, a cryptid, basically a cryptid. And I went down last year and I walked through and filmed. I didn't film this year because they were so busy setting up. I didn't do that, but I did. We set up for some shows later on, and I found a couple things I want. I found a couple of artists today that were just amazing. One is Pottery, and oh, she's just amazing. She's going to come on the show. I found another group I think that's going to come on. They do some soul food. They're awesome. I've been in business for about 4 years. Hey, these folks are going out to these festivals every stinking weekend. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Killer Man. You're. I wish the best for you and your family. I hope James is doing well. I hadn't heard from him in a little bit, but I've been busy, so we've just been really going hard, like everybody is. We also talked to some people, and I'm hoping the manager over their events that they do, where they set up, is going to be live with us next Saturday from the sidewalk, a new show we're doing. And let me get their name because I don't want to mess up their. I think they gave me a card. If they didn't, I might not have a card of theirs, but if I don't have a card, I've got the picture that I'll be putting up on the podcast. They do this salsa, and they really stand behind their salsa. I mean, they don't play. So they like it, and we're going to have them on. And somewhere I took a picture, but they also do baked goods. So his wife was a hoot. The husband said she's going to be the one to come on the podcast because, well, he said it, I didn't. She has the mouth. She was a postal carrier for for over 30 years, and she told me, she said, "I'll go postal on you," but not that way. She says, "I'm a little person, and I don't take no bull." And I said, "I see that, but their business is called." Crazy baking lady, crazy baking lady. Let me see if I can pull this up. Mimi's Kitchen, she's known as that, and I don't know if this will translate. And I hope that'll show here. But you can see that Mimi's Kitchen. The bottom part is not showing up real well, but they're a hoot, and we're hoping to have them on. But I do like their logo here. I hope that'll show. Golly, let that sit there for a second. Hopefully it'll come in. But they do this salsa, and they say it is amazing. And they're going to hopefully be on with us live, or at least somebody representing them live next Saturday morning in the AM back with Paul. But they're at the event today. And, I didn't want, these folks are so busy. They told them they had to be set up by 9:30. And many of them, because they couldn't get in there till a certain time. And if you've ever done festivals, that's nerve wracking if you have a lot to set up. And they were like, that's not going to work. I mean, that is just not going to work. And they were not happy about that. But so I told them I wouldn't bother them too much today. because they had a lot going on. James is still in the hospital, Killer tells me, but he's doing okay. Hello, Steve from the Half Pine Forge. Good morning to you. Also an awesome dude, and we had fun with you last night, and I appreciate you playing along. We were showing some of your early work, my friend, the early videos, the early Steve. I wonder, does Killer Carl, do you have like an early out there on the web, the first or second podcast that you ever did? I need to know because I do need to go back and watch that. It's good to see kind of where you were at and then kind of where you become. Hopefully you grow. I mean, that's the idea, that you get better. And it was fun. And Steve was great when he started, but it's fun to watch the changes that he has made over that. Because when he started, he didn't do live streams. And I don't know if Killer has like this very first podcast where he goes live and he goes, "Hey, I'm here," or something like that. That's the way I felt the first time. I'm like, "Are we on? Oh, okay. I'm not sure." It was ghost town. There was nobody there. It's like, "Hey, we're live and we're talking to ourselves. There's nobody here, but we're online." So that was fun last night to go back and look at some of those. We picked at you a little bit. You sure? You sure you do? That'd be great to go back and pull a clip or two and just highlight it and say, "This is Killer Carl. This is when I first started." I'm going to show you a 20-second clip. You were probably good right out of the gate, man. You probably hit the ground running, man. I mean, you were just waiting on viewers, man. You were going. You started at the kitchen table. See, that's what I mean. Now he's got the room set up, got the guitars in the back, Donald Trump, American flag. I love it. Oh, and you can see I went and voted today. Is that right side up? Yeah. I'm a voter today for Georgia. This is not for the Derek Dooley vote yet. That'll be a down vote. This is for a local option splash, sales tax, and public service commissioner. That was all that was on my ballot. Two different service commissioner options and then the splash. So I went and voted today. I'll be helping at my precinct on November 4th, election day in Georgia. Steve said, explaining to a friend of mine that my first video was absolute steaming dog crap and I'll never take it down. Everyone's first show sucks. It's a fact of life. I love that. Let me put that on screen. That is awesome. I mean, you really do. I mean, you're just trying to get started. I mean, you don't know what you're doing. You don't even know you probably don't know how the controls work. I remember Rob was like, when we started, Rob was doing all the controls because we were doing it through his account on Facebook and YouTube. And that's all we went to was those two. And I had like the fake brick wall background and I was constantly getting interrupted because the dog would start barking. Kids were, making noise or whatever. And I'm like, God, I got to get me my own studio and my own room somewhere. I got to have a place where I can work without distraction. And of course, they still come. They come down here now and bring the dog. But next thing I need is an online sign that says, "I'm online, enter at your own risk." Unless it's an emergency. But yeah, you start out. You don't even really know what you want to do. You're trying to figure it out. Half Pint says, my friend is worried about starting her channel. I keep telling her to just rip the Band-Aid, put out those first couple of crappy videos, own the crappiness, and embrace it. Man, I love that. I absolutely love that. I start at 7 a.m. to 9 o'clock radio show. Awesome. Saturdays on all John Frederick's radio stations, plus his TV app live call-in show. Man, I'm in there. I'll be tuning in, man. We'll find some time. We do a live during that time, but we don't do a live that whole time. So I'll definitely give you a tune. This launches next weekend. So y'all, hey man, this is like awesome right here on the John. Can I call up and talk about Dooley? Because I haven't got to do that yet. I still got to do that through the week. I was thinking about that the other day, and I need to do that. I want to try to do that this week. But I want to call in and talk about Derek Dooley down here in Georgia. Absolutely. I'm going to try to get through and talk to that about that. While I'm drinking my coffee or getting ready to drink my coffee down at Street Side down in Ringo, I'm going to have to try to call in. Since you start at 7. Is that Eastern or Central? Hopefully, I think you're Eastern just like me, so that should be cool. but yeah, you start out and then look, you get on radio and you're doing all that stuff. I mean, that's cool. That's what it's all about. Just getting better at what you do and, and having fun with it. And like you said, Steve, you just own it. You own the crappiness because everybody is going to start and it's not going to be the best. You're going to chop over. I was watching TV news yesterday before I come to the studio, and I was watching this. I don't know how long she's been there, but she was not a good weather person or whatever, the meteorologist, whatever. Now to meteorologist, whatever. And she stumbled really early, and it looked like it messed her up through the whole spot. But she was doing things like, here, it's like she's telegraphing everything. Here we have and you can tell she's looking straight at the computer. She don't even know how to feel comfortable looking at the wall, or at least turning her head that way. So she's like, here, we have a high pressure that will go here. I mean, that's how bad it was. And I felt bad for her. I told my wife, I said, this is horrible. And I said, she's got to be new. She has got to be so very new. And I felt, I'm saying it, we've all had that. So I'm not putting her down. I'm like, she's got to sharpen up. I mean, she's just got to go in there and say, hey, this is what we got, Thursdays. Oh, I'm in there. Thursday. I'm going to make it happen, man. What time they start? If you don't mind me asking, I appreciate you answering my questions because I was thinking about this the other day, and I really do need to call in. I'm going to try my best to get in. This is Dave from Dave from Georgia. We'll talk about Derek Dooley for a minute. Just give me 30 seconds. Easter Standard, yes. So, what was the Frederick show start at the same time, or is he a little earlier? I guess it's 7, just like the same, because it's well, I don't know. I mean, it may be different, but through the week, if because Thursday he's got the Peach Crew. I have got to get in. Steve says, I find that you can be immune from embarrassment if you just goof on yourself a little bit. Over here we have, oops, maybe not. Let me try it again. And the rest. That's it. Yeah. I mean, you have to not like let that, when you can tell that it bothers somebody, that's when it becomes difficult to watch. If you just go, hey, look at me. Let me do that again. But she kept tripping over her words, and it was obvious it was paining her. And she kind of was sinking down this, she would mess the word up and go, excuse me. And it was like, it was overemphasized, like, oh, excuse me. It was just like, just throw it out there. That's right. Well, if I hit the right thing, I'll have you. It's not hard. Just don't take life too seriously. And yeah, we've all had that. So, watching the new Kings protest, it looks like the nursing homes open up the floodgates today. Oh man, I'm telling you, man. I was listening to one guy, and I don't remember where I read him from or what platform, and he says he visits different states, and he noticed the same people getting off of the same people getting off the bus. Some of them had the same outfits on, and these people are just idiots. I mean, here's the president out here kicking butt, taking names, telling Zelensky, "You're not." I want him. I hope he does a show where he brings Zelensky on and he goes, "Little man, let me explain something to you. You don't deserve the Tomahawk missiles. You're not going to get them. I know Putin is an idiot. We're not giving you the Tomahawks, dude. I don't need your drones. You're not getting them." It starts at 6:20, but the pitch in the 8 o'clock hour. Oh, I am definitely going to try to get on that. Yes, that fits my schedule well. I can do that, and I will attempt to get in Thursday. Yes, I cannot wait. I am putting a mental note right now. I did talk to the interim elections manager for our county. The other person resigned and moving on into other things, but she told me she was on last year with us. She doesn't like to go video, but she's going to go audio only. And she said, I'll be glad to do that. The local TV is trying to get her on, but she don't want to do TV. She's like, no, I don't want to do that. And they won't make her because she's interim. She's not in the official, so she don't have to come on. So that's why it's great to have MP3 audio options. I mean, you can go no camera, but when you're on the radio, nobody sees all that anyway. So it don't, it's kind of nice to have that. Steve says, I was thinking about going to a No Kings protest near me. It's at the mall. Nothing says revolution like chanting for a couple hours in front of a freaking gym. No Kings, no Kings. I was going to go get us off principle, watch the dorks. Oh my gosh. I saw a good meme the other day, and it was like George Washington and all these early, founders and fathers of our nation and stuff. And they said the original No Kings protest. Oh, instead of these dorks, like you said, that are going out there. You know what's funny? If you were to roll through the No Kings, and I bet you if you asked them some civics questions, they couldn't answer them. I almost bet that 90%, if not maybe higher, they would not even be able to answer the questions that you ask them about basic civics of America. They wouldn't have a clue because they're just dorks. They're paid agitators. And the ones that aren't paid, they're just like that anyway. They're life agitators. It's those people that you have to deal with that you don't want to, and they're just agitators, and they just want to give you a hard time everywhere you go. We can't get away from them. It's like a friend of mine said, back in the '90s when they quit locking up some people because they cut the funding out. Those people are out in the communities now all across America. And every one of us has had to walk up and deal with some guy that's talking to somebody that's not there and asking us, if we will vote for them for president or something. I mean, they're just whacked. Unfortunately, they're just whacked. And you have to deal with them. Hopefully, they're nonviolent. If it weren't for the fact that I used to do laundry day and try to bury an Ethernet line for my well, I understand you need to do that. Well, it's nice that you're going to do that, and that way you don't have to move your equipment. Because I think, man, that would suck having to do that every time I go live. I mean, I know you do what you do, but that's one of those temporaries. It's like, okay, we got the temporary satellite set up, and you got the crew, and they're sweating and everything. But I'm thinking we got to automate this process a little bit. This is too much. But you do it until you can. It's like stand over and hold the antenna. It's like my dad when I was a kid. Turn the antenna. You went too far. That's what it's like. I was the guy out there turning the antenna for my dad. He used to get so mad. But I hope you get that. Hope you get that worked out. Because man, like you're going live almost every day now. Like I mean, you're killing it. You're doing it. Yeah, it's rough, man. I'm getting the whole process down to. I got you, man. And by doing, you speed up. Yeah, you speed up. You definitely speed up. And when I first started, like I said, I didn't have the studio, and just being able to have that, and it only takes you about 3 trips now. I get it, man. I would have to come out and make the announcement. In the old days, I would have to come out and go, "Okay, I'm fixing to go live. Can we just try to be quiet?" That lasted about 10 minutes. Then I'd hear somebody slam a door, somebody's hollering, granddaughter's on the phone with their friends, or they're running through the house, something. I'd be like, oh. And I'm thinking, I don't know how much of this is going out. I would mute my mic sometimes just so it wouldn't go out on the air. And I'd be like, okay, I think I'm okay. And every once in a while, somebody bust in the door. I'm like, no. I'd give them that look and they'd go, oh. Every once in a while, they still come out here, but they've learned to slightly open the door, and they'll be like, "Are you live?" The kids call it recording. They'll say, "Are you recording?" I'll say, "No, I'm live. You want to come on, get on screen?" They're like, "No." Shut the door. There's a couple that get a little braver. I'm trying to get them. I want to get them able to get comfortable with the live and get their parents' permission. I want to do the teenager point of view because I think it's fascinating to see what they're being told, that what they're hearing. Because, everybody hears stuff from where they're at and what they're influenced by. And I would be interested in having a short 20, 30-minute session, and that's really not short. But, what are you hearing today about this? Have you heard of this? Tell us what the kids think about this issue or this person. And I just like to see their point of view of where they're at. I think that would be interesting to find out. I mean, after all, I was talking, by the way, this pottery person I'm going to go give these folks a plug that I talked to. Um, Lying, trying to sound professional, and you hear Grandpa, "Where's the ketchup? Who did flush the toilet?" That weird guy's turning around the driveway. There's no doubt. This is no joke. I'll say it. We had a rat we were trying to catch, and my wife and my son are deathly afraid of rats. In a live one night, I hear them hollering my name, and I come out and we caught the rat, but it isn't like dead yet, and they wanted me to deal with it. So I took a break from the show. Rob's still going, and I left the live to deal with the rat. Live, you got it. Ain't that amazing? Let's see. What did I find? Oh, here it is. And their name is they're in Chattanooga, and she just went full time. She left her job, and it's called Homebrew Poetry, Pottery. I'm sorry, Poetry. Where did I get that? Homebrew uh, Pottery, Homebrew Pottery. I don't know if that will show up, but there it is. It looks pretty good. Homebrew Pottery, and I talked to her for 10 minutes, and her name is Ada Fisher, and she has amazing stuff. I wish I took a picture, but I'm gonna go to her website. And she was telling me the process of trying to keep enough stock up. I thought of you, Steve. Here's this person doing pottery. And she says, I've been really busy. She said, I'm blessed. I've been selling and doing events. She said, I was hoping I had enough left in the inventory for this festival, but I've got to restock. And I said, I bet that's the challenge, right? Keeping your stock up and still doing shows and whatever else. She said, definitely. And she said, you just can't go out and slap pottery together. And she's got this cup, and it's got skulls on it, and they're kind of raised skulls. I've never seen a piece quite like it. She got a lot of different kind of stuff. And I said, man, I would like to have that. Yeah, man, go call your brother. So absolutely. He says, I mean, regularly, let's see, hold on. He said, regularly, let me find the right one here. Regularly, stop dead in my tracks when I see a squirrel run past my shop door. I get it, man. It happens. That's the things that are not on camera, but it happens. Yes. And balancing inventory is tricky. Yes. Yes. And so I told her, I said, I know you're busy, but she thanked me so much for, I told her open invitation, just come on because she had some pretty cool stuff. And I'm going to give her a follow today and set up my email. I told her I was definitely going to buy something. Then I talked to a group called Something Afoot, and they do cryptids and more. And this people they are also, I think they're local as well. And I'm going to have them on, I believe. And there's a blanket they have that has all these squares in it about cryptids, and it was very reasonable. And I told her I was going to get that and hang it on behind in the studio here. I talked to some people out of Illinois called Cryptids Comforts, and I'm going to contact them and see if we can't set up something with them. And the soul food place is what do they call it? They had a cool name too. It's hold on, they say straight to the stomach. It's called Carry Out Catering, Carry Out and Catering. But they do soul food. They do all kinds of stuff. They say no job's too small. I like that. That's effective. No job too small. And I like that because I can tell you in dealing with vendors for our company, there are people that won't come unless you guarantee them a minimum. And I get it. I understand. But you know what? If you want bigger and better business with a company, you have got to do small jobs too. Even if it's a little bit of a loss, it's worth it to keep the business going. And I think that is people need to remember that if you can't do that all the time. But a lot of times, if you start with one location, you'll get a bunch of them because everybody shares their information, and they're not willing to do that. And then and sometimes, hey, it's just the way it is. You're going to do festivals. They get rained out. You're going to go somewhere and people don't show up, or they just don't spend money. They just walk. They're just lookers. But still being there is important because you are networking. You're being seen. People get your cards. They see your stuff. It sticks in the back of their mind. somebody down the road, some, not all of them, but some of those people are going to come back around. They may see you again, or they look you up on the internet in this digital age we are, and they say, I didn't have the money today I saw you, but today I want to buy something. And that's what I told them. When I interview, I always buy something. It's like Three Ravens Publishing. I bought the book like that very day. And I will buy from these vendors that now the food vendor, I'm going to have to buy when I see them probably but I will do that. I think that's all the ones that I talked to some others, but these are the ones that I really specifically talked to today. And I got their information. And speaking of door, that's my son coming in the door. So, but it's fun to do these things. It is fun to get out and meet people. I think those are just cool things. And let me run a quick commercial, and then I'll be right back. I need to holler at my son just for a second. Let me see what I got. I need to run a couple commercials anyway. And I really don't have all my commercials in here, but let me run this ad for Mammoth, and I'll be right back. Hey, Southern Fried fans and your Cornbread Nation. Well, yeah, that's right. We're going to advertise for Mammoth Nation. To all proud Americans, we call attention to these thoughts. Are you tired of woke corporations that don't align with your values? I know we are. Look no further than Mammoth Nation, the ultimate destination for patriots like you and me, and Rob and everybody else, including old crazy Uncle Jeb, who believe in putting America first. Here at the Southern Fried Podcast, we're proud to partner with Mammoth Nation because they share our unwavering commitment to faith, family, and yes, freedom. Just like us, Mammoth Nation believes in the power of the American spirit and the importance of preserving our great nation's heritage. When you join Mammoth Nation, you're not just getting access to amazing discounts on products and services, you're becoming a part of a community that stands against the forces trying to tear our country apart. From supporting veterans and first responders to promoting Christian values, Mammoth Nation is the go-to platform for conservatives who want to make their voices heard. So what are you waiting for? Join the Mammoth Nation movement today and start enjoying exclusive deals from businesses that share your America First values. Together, we can make America great again, one purchase at a time. Don't miss out on this opportunity to support a company that truly cares about our nation's future. Sign up for Mammoth Nation now and experience the difference of a community that puts America first. Use that QR code on the screen, folks, and that will take you right to the website where we also will be helped in your support of these values. We are customers of this great American company. Rob is a monthly supporter, and I am a lifetime member of Mammoth Nation. We're so appreciative of companies like this. Please be a supporter, not just for us, but for America. These companies need our support. We're patriots. Stand together with patriots. Take care, and God bless.
Howie and Mama. Howie's in his element.
I throw that last one in there. That's my co-host Paul for Saturday's show. Since we can't be together, he sent me that video for the Southern Fried or Southern Paws and Claws and Paws, if I can get it out. And that's Howie. And I have a lady. I don't know if she has sent them to me yet. She's supposed to be sending pictures before Tuesday night that I work with, and she's going to highlight her dog. If you have a dog or cat or other animal, and you will send that to me at Southern Fried Podcast at yahoo.com, Southern Fried Podcast at yahoo.com. We will air them on Tuesdays during the show. You can send me a short video. You can send me the family photo, both, and we'll put those up each week and let your animal be a superstar on an ever-growing show. And we're trying to get a vet I've got to reach out again. The first one wasn't interested, I guess. They never got back with me. But we'll get them. We will get the vet on, and I'm looking forward to that. So, Paul, buddy, I hope you have a great time. I don't know if you're even watching. I don't blame you if you're not, because you're on vacation, man. You're having fun, and Is it though? Okay. Thank you for following. Oh, thank you, Pine, and I'll mention that to her. I'm gonna try to have her on. I think she's just really, they do a lot of festivals and stuff, but I'm sure they'll update that. And they've got some pretty cool stuff. What'd you think about her stuff? I mean, honest opinion, there was a couple items there that I thought, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen that before, but she said I'm a little nervous, but she said so far I have been busy, so uh, hopefully that we can get that up there. And I guess her website was I guess I should have announced that or posted it up there. But at least she would have contact even if she needs to do more. And I guess it is on here. Home, what is that? God, my glasses. Homebrewpottery at gmail.com is the email. At Homebrew Pottery, but you got to go to the QR code, and I guess that it takes you to the spot. Is that like it's a regular website or not a Facebook, brother? Um, Oops, and I put that one back up. But thank you for that, and we will let her know that. And um, she's pretty interesting. I enjoyed talking to her today. She's interested even beyond the product. She's an interesting person to talk to. Just talking to her, I would like to talk to her more. I think she's interesting. But she says on back that they are dishwasher and microwave safe. But do not leave soaking in dirty water. Exposed clay may stain. So it's a regular website. Um, yeah. Did you like that? The one I'm talking about? Did that look pretty cool? Yeah, I know, man. You got to start somewhere, right? So she's got that mug up there, and that was I thought her best piece. She's got there are different sizes of those because the biggest one can be a little pricey, which really not for pottery. It's not anything less than $100 when you're talking pottery is not high. But I think the biggest one was like I want to say $70 or 75 or something. But she's got them all the way down to about 35 or 40 somewhere there. They're just different sizes. So. I think that's what it was. And Steve said he started with just one item, and now he has. Let me see if I can guess. Low side it's 10, high side it's 14. I'm going to go 12. Let's see if I'm right. He's got to call his other brother now. What did you just call your other brother, Daryl? Your other brother, Daryl, and enjoy your calls with your brother. You should call your brothers, even though you got them working for you. Well, don't go until you tell me how many pieces you got in your inventory on the store. Well, you could. Fair game. That means you got about 24 items. Tell me if I'm close. We're going to get this official number because I forgot about the stickers. That's an item in the store. We're going to put some, we got some up. We got to get more. I say me. That's, that's what I do. I've got to get that stuff done. We put my voter sticker back on. The peach. My son took off from work for now. He's got to go back to the old high school reunion. Oh, you ever go back to your high school reunion, Steve? You walk in. They said, "Boy, what did you do with your life, Steve?" You said, "I am the Celtic blacksmith." 10 regular items listed, 2 on the way, 8 stickers, 20. Well, I was close. And I said low side 10 on the regular. I couldn't remember if you'd added 2 more. But I think when I first met you, you had 4 with a promise of something else on the way. I'm almost certain it was 4. You had the necklace, which is hanging up. Well, actually, that necklace is not hanging up. You had the hook, you had the leaf, and you had something else. I can't remember what it was. You had a fourth one. You didn't graduate, so you don't have reunions. I got a GED, plus I was homeschooling in high school. Okay, I got you. Hey, I left early and got my GED for military, so I understand. No problem, man. But Jeremy graduated, and he's going to his. I think this might be the first one he's ever been to, and he is. Let's see, Jeremy is 38. 38. I think I'm right on that. Uh, no, he's 39. because he'll be 40 years old next year. So a buddy of his that's going wanted him to go. So he decided to go. And I'm glad he's going. I think he'll enjoy it. He was so shy in school. There's going to be people that he'll talk to that he's never talked to in his life. And he should go. He should go. And I hope he does that and has a great time. Funny, I was denied getting into the military because I only have a GD. That is stupid. That is absolutely stupid. Wow. That's crazy. You know, some of the people who rescued our country from tyranny, communism, fascism, and all that, those guys that died and are laying in graves all across Europe, I bet a lot of them didn't have no high school diploma either. Come on. Good grief. But you could be a freak and get in just because you've got a diploma? Come on. That's dumb. I understand education is in your higher advanced weaponry systems and all that. You need that little computer gaming nerd genius. I get it. But you don't need a high school diploma to be a grunt, to be a mechanic, to be whatever. You got natural skills that you do, that you go out, and you don't have to have that crap. I mean, and really, I think if education, you should get a good total education. And I don't like the European way because here's what they do in Europe. They test you to see what they think you're good at, and then they make you go to that school. You can't go the other ones. That everybody goes, oh, Europe's got it going on. Free school. Oh, yeah. They'll tell you what you're going to be in life. So, like if you have a dream to be the blacksmith and they test you and go, we think you're more suited for this, they won't let you go to school to be that. They won't let you have that training to be a welder or whatever. So all those people, and I just talked to this lady with the pottery company, and I said, the thing is, don't let anybody define who you are. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or can't do or should or shouldn't do. Wisdom is appreciated and counsel. But the people that tell you, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that, don't do that, those people do not have your best interest at heart. All they want to destroy your dream because they're too lazy to get off their rear end and do anything for themselves. They're losers, they're bored losers, and they want to destroy everybody else to make them feel good. Those people are a cancer. No, never let anybody define who you are and what you're going to do. And if anybody says that your dream is stupid, know that you're on the right track and keep going and reach for the stars. It burns me up when I hear people like, well, you can't do that, you don't have this. Good Lord, that's dumb. The day I was supposed to go see my recruiter that signed my papers, that day the recruiter remembered the GD thing and broke the bad news to me. Golly, as a recruiter, you'd think the guy would be doing everything they could to like, I'm not saying cheat, but I'm going to tell you, recruiters, I've dealt with them, and recruiters, they tell you stuff like, this is what they say. They say, are you a drinker? We don't care, but do you drink? Well, when you go for your testing, don't get drunk because they're going to ask you, they're going to be checking you out all day long. And they're going to send you before a psychologist. And when the psychologist asks you how much beer you drink, just tell them a beer every once in a while. This is what recruiters told us. They said, and so I remembered that. So I thought it sounded good. I said, and I don't drink. I haven't drank in nearly 30 years. But at the time, I did. And I said, the psychologist said, how much do you drink, Mr. Cordell? And I said, I'd say about a 6-pack a week. And he's over here. And he goes, that would mean you drink this amount of beer in a year or a week, a month, and a year? I said, well, if that adds up to a 6-pack a week, well, 6 cans, 6-pack. That's the number. Is that what you're telling me it is? And I said, yeah, sure. He said, you're an alcoholic. What the heck? I don't drink every day. It's a weekend kind of thing, or I'm hanging out with my buddies watching a football game or something. I was only, in fact, I was 17 years old. I didn't even drink that much, but when all the guys got together, you probably exceeded a 6-pack. Anyway, I figured the guy's trying to get me to admit more. And so I said, well, I don't see it that way at all. And I explained myself to him. He said, so you never have a little drink of whiskey? How about a smoke of dope? I mean, that was the kind of questions I got. So the recruiter had me prepared. And I said, no, that's it. That's it. And he goes, well, I don't know. You might be okay. And at the end, he signed off on it and said, "You better watch out. You're a candidate to be an alcoholic while in the military." And I thought, ain't a lot of people in the military alcoholics? I mean, honestly, I said, I think I'm doing pretty good. Oh, Half Pint says, I wasn't even going to get free college or anything like that. I was going to become a SWCC, Special Warfare Combat Craft Crewman in the Navy. By gosh, I don't think you have to have a diploma to do that. I wanted to work with the SEALs and work in search and extraction ops for them. I love you, man, for that. I really do. I love you for that. And I love you anyway as a friend. And I think that is great that you wanted to do that. You wanted to serve your nation that way. And you know what I say to them? You're lost because you had a guy here that would have been all in. I could see you with the they use that short one, that has the little short, and they're like this, the little outer handle's like right here, and the other. I could see you with the all in black faced out. You only see your eyes. I could see that. I could see you doing that. Absolutely, could I see you doing that? That would be cool. I could see you being the guy who put the six on Bin Laden. Yeah, he comes bopping out of the room with his girlfriend, wife, whatever she was. Steve would be the guy that was standing there. Yeah, make my day. Wanted to be a Navy pilot, sure, if I wanted to run the nuclear power plants. Yeah, you're right. And that does take a real high level of education. It really does, because there's a lot. You got to know all the calculations about the engineering of flying and all that stuff. You really do. But I wanted to run the belt-fed grenade machine and make stuff more dinner. And we got to have that. Hello, Jake. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you, man. Y'all give Jake a follow. He is famous. Jake Hudson, 12. He's all over the place. From the great state of Mississippi. Y'all give him a follow. And let's see here. Hey, Dave, one of my friends is doing memorial tomorrow for a fallen friend. I forgot tomorrow was the 2-year anniversary of one of my friends' death. One of my friends is doing a karaoke event for him. I don't know what it was going to be. I'm still doing the rest. Okay, cool. Well, we can go late, man, like 10 o'clock. You know what? For you, Jake, if we have to go at 11, I'll do 11. Why not? I about midnight's about my limit, I have went 12:30, but that's about it. I usually got to go to work. Steve said, I wanted to work with Cutting Edge and Bad Guy to Baloney Mystic. and Obama says, well, we think you must have a high school diploma, because that's what we do here in America. You mean the one like the college degree they handed you, Mr. Obama? I guess I shouldn't say that. Ain't it funny how they throw around degrees, honorariums, or just full on degrees? Jake said, I just got told that they're doing a show tomorrow for him. He passed away because he's trying to get sober without medical help. His name was Robert P. He was from the great city of Gulfport. Hey, man, my absolute prayers and thoughts to the family, and I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's very dangerous to do it on your own. Very, very dangerous. So yeah, you do that, man, and that's a great honor to do. Is to let let honor that life. You know what? And I hope at the end of my days, somebody will stand and say, this guy wasn't all bad. He's kind of a knucklehead, which I am, but he was okay. And I hope somebody will come by and just, the haters, they can stay away. I don't want them. I don't need you. And I'm kind of like that guy. And I don't mean this about people that are by distance or they're just always busy. I get we don't check in with people like we should. But this is the way I believe about my funeral. I believe this. If you were not my friend in life, why would you come to my funeral? Why? If you can't stand me, don't come to my family and boo-hoo like fake tears and like tell my family like you're the best friend that you ever were with me. Just save it. Save it for somebody else. my family don't need that. I just don't want it. You know what? I won't be there. I'm not going to be hearing it. But don't do that to my family. You know what? If you like me, you like me. If I meant something to you, walk in and say, "Hey, Dave, help me out with this. We did this together. We worked together." Absolutely. But if you never liked me and you hated my guts and you don't show up to my wife and try to act like me and you are close buds. No, I heck with that. Um, it's all good, Jake. It's not going to hurt anybody. I don't think anybody's going to fall for the bot, the scam, the whatever. Just let the bots go. They're not going to do nothing. I appreciate it though. How about the doofus who set him on fire? Oh my gosh. Yeah, clearly his diploma didn't make him a sharp mind. Seems susceptible to foolish ideology. That's not a very intelligent. Just saying. And you're absolutely right. Yeah. By the way, this is the total ironic part of all of this. And you've heard it before. I'm not repeating anything that is not already known. There is no such thing as free Palestine anyway. Because if you are in Palestine, and it's not even Palestine, it's just it's not even an entity. They're not a state. They don't have all the things that make up a state. There's a bunch of people that move there, and unfortunately, this situation has been going on a long time. They should have had what they had. They should have been absorbed into other nations, or whatever the crap. But they don't have that. There is no Palestine. It's made up. But you're not free there. You can't. You're not free to do what you want. You are not free to be free. You're not free to say what you want in Palestine or in Gaza. I just like to say Gaza Strip. You're not free to say what you want in Gaza. You're not free to set up just whatever business you want. You can't criticize the government or the leadership or the terror organizations or anything. What's free about it? And you can't be a freak. If you want to be a freak in there, they will kill you. And they don't have any problem with doing that whatsoever. They make the mafia look like a Girl Scout group. I'm telling you, they don't play. They'll chop your hands off. They'll chop your head off. They'll boil you alive. They'll throw you off on top of a building. They will torture you for days for the fun of it. They don't care. So there's nothing free about it. And all them people chanting in the streets of America, "Free Palestine." Go live there for a while. Make your next vacation in Gaza City. Please, please, people. Now I know they got to rebuild, but Gaza City was spared a lot. So your next vacation, for all the freaks that want to go out and scream that, please fly in. Well, you can't fly direct. They don't have a direct flight. You know why? Because they don't have an airport. Because of the way they live their life. So you got to go across the border. So you're going to have to fly into Israel or Egypt, and you're going to have to get permission to drop, or Lebanon. That's a real destination spot. Lebanon, yeah. So navigating Hezbollah, show up and say, and plan your vacation, and go to the beach, and go down the center of the street, and be a freak all you want for about 10 seconds, and then they're going to deal with you. These people have no idea what they're talking about. Yes, Jake. Thank you. Our friend Steve is doing a giveaway for the month of October. There it is. Yes, he's on it. Let me get back up here. Sigma, good afternoon. And it is afternoon. How about funeral invites like weddings? The weddings and funeral had a meaning. Yeah. Yeah, invites. That's right. Send out the invites. You're welcome to come. No invite, no go. That makes sense to me, man. And good morning to you. They don't mean free as in freedom, Dave. We all know what the fine print says. That's an asterisk. It's Free Palestine, whisper from all the Jews. Well, I know. I just wanted to throw that out there, and thank you for coming in and doing that. Jake says, we love Steve. We do love Steve. He's a great guy. He's a true blue American. He's got a little Yankee in him, but it's not much. It's not much. It's just he eats his biscuits and gravy a little funny. He calls drinks like soda and pop and stuff like that. But other than that, Steve's right down the ground fine. We all love Steve. That is the real goal they have in mind: purging the area and eventually the world of all Jews. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, buddy, that giveaway got a tad bit stagnant this morning too. Needs a little boosty boost. Thanks, Jake. And so I'll put that back up there. Oh, there it is. Let's hold that on the screen and keep that widget going. Yeah, the little train that could keep going. I'm going to be off in a few minutes. I got to go get ready for work. I got to work today, but I'll be keeping tabs all afternoon and evening long on streams and socials and everything else. And I hope that Killer Carl usually has a great Saturday night show. My dogs play at 3:30. I'm gonna try to catch some of the dogs. Alabama, Tennessee play today. Ooh, that'll be a good game, and looking forward to that. Steve, we got to get we got to get that proclamation. The 19, what was that? 19, 13, 15. You say it every day, and I forget what officially it was called. That Steve says this is his event every day, and Steve said, oof, I was thinking about going to work today, but I decided not to. I got to ease off the gas pedal till the engineers catch up on me. I got you. Hey, there's Michael. Just to throw it out there, people need to be praying and staying in God. I have a lot of discernment right now about the peace that's going on. Amen, brother. And we're praying for you as well. It's so good to hear from you. I hope you're doing well, and we absolutely should be in prayer. I'm so lost. Not what you do, what you complain about every day. In relation to, and I'm on the YT this morning, or this afternoon, in relation to your right for ownership of home defense. Let me say it that way. What is the name of that again? Throw it out there. I know you want to. We got to get on that. So if you could throw that in there before I disembark from the live world of the internet, I would love to have that. That would be great. And Steve says he complains about this every day. Oh, yes, there we go. The National Firearms Act of 1934. I had the dates wrong. 1934. Sounds like something out of Nazi Germany, doesn't it, Steve? The National Firearms Act of 1934. If that was saying 1938, it would sound straight out of Nazi Germany, wouldn't it? Well, it does anyway, because they were making some things leading up to 38 when they made all their laws and stuff. But that's exactly what it sounds like. I'm gonna pull that down. True. Oh, I'm sure there were politicians in America going, "You go, Germany. Yeah, tell the people, control them, own them. That's it." Oh man. Well, hey, I got to go to work. Hey, y'all have a great day. I got about a minute and a half, and my time will be up. Thank y'all. Enjoy your weekend. Be doing some lives in the morning, tomorrow night, and how much I don't know. Just going to throw some things around and see what I got going on. But we definitely do our SFP news desk. Definitely doing Sunday morning in the Word. Absolutely, and maybe, hopefully, me and Jakester are going to talk some wrestling late tomorrow night, and there might be one other thing. So we've been doing more lives on some of the other streams. Like we have a Clapper stream right now, and it's going to be based on true crime and missing person stories. So that is an exclusive for Clapper. I'm not going to even load those shows up on other things right now. I don't even download them. I just go live. I don't even know if you can capture that, but I'm doing a Clapper live, and we're going to do book reviews based on crimes and stuff like that. And we're going to talk this week. The next live will be about the Summer Wells story, which a lot of people around here know. Steve says it was a knee-jerk reaction that turned into a tyrannical 91-plus-year set of shackles on our Second Amendment. I might have to do some artwork for that. That'd be pretty cool. Sadly, but yeah. So then I'm doing a TikTok live. I went TikTok live the other night and also Rumble and honored the recently late great Ace Frehley. We will be doing a live on Wimkin. I don't know what that's going to be yet. So the one on TikTok is kind of all over the place, but it may have to do a lot with sports and music, especially music. I may do that. And then I'll still have a music show on the podcast for the rest of the channels. And there's one other one I'm going to do out there and I haven't decided on when or what it's going to be yet. I want those to be unique, and we're going to put those eventually behind the paywall once we build an audience, or at least part of it. So those will be things that I work on, and but y'all join us tomorrow if you can. Monday morning we'll kick back on with Rob. Then he'll have his Monday lunchtime meetup. Then we have Mama Said, hoping that Miss Rita can be back. Not sure yet, so we're hopeful. Pray for her. She has been so sick and hurt from her recovery. She can't wait to get back, and I can't wait to have her. Tuesday night will be the Southern Claws and Paws, the pet show, and probably another show. And I'm going to hopefully get some interviews and video with the Lions Club Tuesday afternoon as well. And then back into the regular. I'll try to just push out a couple of days. If you want to keep track of us, and nobody has to do it. I'm not even begging. There's no plea for money on here, nothing like that. But I do update this app every day or anytime there's a change. This show was a little late coming on because I was just trying to get back to the house. And here is this is on Band. This is what our logo looks like. It's BAND, and all it is a scheduling app. And it keeps up with everything we're doing. You don't even have to sign up. You can just link to it and look at it. You can turn your notifications off if you don't like them, but it's BAND. So join the band, join the Southern Fried Podcast band, and you will know when we're going live, because some shows are pop-ups. I say, I'm going to go in 20 minutes, I'm going to go live. And I like to be able to put that out there. So BAND, I love the app. It is so easy for me to update. And I just tell Rob, hey, let me know who you got as a guest for your shows. If you're not going to make it, just let me know. Of course, he's got access, he's an admin, but I don't mind checking that for him. And they seem to like it too. And it made it so much easier than trying to schedule on an online calendar on my computer. This is so much better because it's hard to set up those with other people in there. And some of that gets a little complicated. And some of them require a lot of money. And Band, you can just set it up. I think I can have up to, oh my gosh, 5,000 people or something. Then it's just a little bit of money for me. If I get that big, I'll be more than happy to pay that if that many people want to follow and keep up with our schedule. Definitely love, one of the best little apps, helpful for me as a podcaster. So very helpful. I love that thing. And I'm looking for anything to help. There's a couple other things I'm working on that will hopefully be a help. But next Saturday morning, we will be back live, me and Paul, in front of Caffeine Addicts on the Sidewalk. This is a newest show, except for the one Robert's doing that's coming up in a couple of weeks on Mondays. This is the newest show. It's very different than anything we do. And we're actually out in the community going live on the street and trying to talk to people as they walk up. And hopefully we'll get interviews. We have somebody that's supposed to show up next week and do an interview with us on the street. And we're meeting people, and it's a load of fun. Yeah, there's going to be some background noise. There's going to be the sunlight we got to deal with. But the first test went great. We was on for about 50 minutes. This is supposed to be for about an hour. And then me and Paul go make some videos together for Ascending Financial, who is sponsoring this show, the Southern Fried Saturday AM show. And that'll be me and Paul and whoever's come up. We're hoping to have Miss Elizabeth come up, Miss Jennifer from here and there, and jump in. And we're going to go out and do promos and videos and stuff like that. And if he wasn't so far away, Steve could stop by, or Jake. But anyway, have a great Saturday. It's beautiful outside, and I'm going to be out there in it talking to people. Have a great day. God bless. We'll see you soon. Get your Rumble app. Get your Pickaxe app. App's not out, but join Pickaxe. Those two link together. Right now, if you use the promo code SPOOKY, you get $15 off the premium subscription for Rumble. You got to do this. This is the best time to do it. Go ahead and get it locked in for a year. What is that, $85, something like that? You can't beat it. Toodles, Steve. Have a great Saturday. Jake, God bless you. Whoever else we had here. Who else I have? I had Sigma. God bless you. And everybody else, salute. Cornbread Man is out. We'll go out with some music. And we find my song here. I'm still getting used to the controls of Rumble. They're really not hard. I just wasn't used to them. and I'm used to looking at the other one. And when you bounce back and forth, you kind of get off kilter of where your controls are. And I should have already had my song ready to go, but it's okay. That just means I'm getting more stuff into the into the stream. And I mean, when I first went to do a Rumble Live, I didn't have anything. I mean, it was pretty sad. And so I started adding stuff, and then we were having some trouble with StreamYard, and we got it straightened out. And I thought, I'm going to have to get this stepped up. So I moved a lot of stuff over. And so hence we got a lot of backgrounds, overlays, and I'm still working on that. We still do StreamYard as well as Rumble because it just offers us a little flexibility. And we'll see where that goes. But StreamYard has been making a lot of improvements lately. I applaud that. Rumble needs to step up and give me a couple things that I get through StreamYard. And if you do that, Rumble, if you hear me, Rumble, the bot picking this up, I don't know if it's a bot or what, you fix those two things I need, and StreamYard will be let go. But I can't let the tethers go yet. I've got it because I would lose some listeners and lose a little flexibility. And I'm gonna contact them and say, hey, why can't we do this? And it would be so much easier. And I would actually let StreamYard go. But we can't do it yet. Soon. God bless. Happy Saturday.
It's a complicated life for the southern people. Like a small town, nothing's real. Mama's still doing wrong. Don't tell the preacher. Nothing really changes except the weather. If you can't